Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Oh, is that Miss Dottie back there? It is. Dottie is asleep on the couch. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are tuning in from. Hello, it's Berns. Welcome to the Real Juicy Detox. We are just getting dinner ready here. Dali just got home. He got home a little bit late, and I have been working my buns off, getting some cheat sheets, as it were, ready for you guys for class for tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be ready. It's going to be a little bit of a long haul still, getting all the class notes ready. But tomorrow we are doing, hey, Mandy. Hi, how is it going there? We are going to be doing Detox 102. And I've got some really cool stuff planned for you guys. If you're in the class in the Real Juicy Detox group before and after school program, as I like to call it, you will have seen let me show you on my iPad. I showed you guys. So this is what I was working on today. I swear to God, this took me, what time did it was 6 hours to do. Holy shit. Doing layout stuff is really tricky, you know. Laying stuff out in a way that really works well is tricky. So anyhow, I did this acid and alkaline food chart that you can keep. Hey, Dolly. Cindy says, hey, Dolly. He just got home, just had a shower. Hey, hey, hey. What's up, homies? Yeah, I bought some tahini today. Awesome. Yes, we bought some tahini. I made some dressing. Oh my God, I made this salad dressing or dip, and it is like way too much garlic and way too much lemon. I use some lemon zest as well as the entire lemon in, and it's a little bit too much, little bit over the top, even for me. So we're gonna make some hummus. We're gonna put some chickpeas. I know we're not rinsing off the skins because we're tired, and I don't feel like doing that. So I wanted to let you guys know, thank you so much for all of your, sorry, look at my kitchen. Oh my God. Thank you guys for all of your comments and your feedback on the on the recipe card. So I have this one, not recipe cards, but the food card and where's the other stuff? And the menu cards. So these are the menu cards as well. So that depending on if you want to have just a Vitality Detox menu with like 80%, I should put that on there, 80% raw, 20% cooked. But look at how cool these are all my pictures from the summertime. In the summer when I was doing a lot of this kind of deliciousness. So thank you guys so much for all of your feedback on everything. Looks great. Awesome. That milk in the alkaline category is messing with me. It's raw. It's raw milk. Now, I'm not altering the list just because it's like, oh, that's what Dr. Morris has in his book. So that's what I'm going with. It's buttermilk raw. Most people aren't getting buttermilk that is raw. And, you know, this is not necessarily to say go and get raw buttermilk, but this is to say that when these foods are broken down metabolically, burnt to leave an ash, and then mixed with water and tested for their pH level, these are the alkaline and acid forming foods. And also, with regards to the nuts, that is in the acid forming category. There are some nuts that are alkaline, which is fine. Remember that one of the two methods that are used, I'm going to be teaching this tomorrow, but one of the two methods that are used for seeing if something has acid or if it's acid or alkaline has to do with the amount of nitrogen in it. And nuts are very high in protein, as are most, what do you call it? Acid forming foods. Acid forming foods are high in nitrogen. Yes. What's going on here? Can't wait for that class. So confused about the raw milk and yogurt being on the alkaline list. Listen, that's just how it's broken down when it's metabolized in the body. That is does not mean that I'm encouraging you guys to go out and drink raw milk. That is just how the chemistry is in those foods. So don't be overly concerned. This is just an outline, a guide. Um, you know, it's an outline. It's like chickpeas. Chickpeas are on there as acid. It leaves behind a slightly acid residue. Eat them in moderation, right? But it reminded me of my first detox specialist telling me that once I've detoxed, having raw milk and raw egg yolk every now and then is beneficial. Confusing. Yeah. Well, it's all about the chemistry, right? Once you understand what is the chemistry that's broken down, it's not an opinion. You know what I mean? It's not, well, I think milk is whatever. No, it's not an opinion. This is just the chemistry and the science behind it. You don't have to have it. I wouldn't, but you technically you could. You know what I mean? It's just like with the blueberries. Technically, they fall under the acid category because that is how the residue works out in the results. But it's also a very powerful food and a very good food to have. So with the blueberries. So yeah, don't freak out about it. I grew up on raw goat's milk straight from our goat's udders. That is so cool. Very cool. Very cool. I know I can't wait for tomorrow's class too. I better get my butt into bed early tonight because I got a lot of prep work still to do, and I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna wake up at like 6 o'clock when Dally leaves. Instead of staying in bed doing my meditation. Tomorrow my meditation will have to come later. That's why Chris and Kiana drink fresh raw milk. I would still not drink fresh raw milk, even though it's on the alkaline side of chemistry. I wouldn't. It's very mucus forming, mucus producing, and she's got those allergies, right? Is it allergies that Kiana has? Something going on with her skin? Gosh, I'm sorry, I can't remember. I would stay away from it. Just because it's on the alkaline side doesn't mean I'm going to have it. You know what I mean? Same thing with white potato. I'm not going to have white potato. Just because I've heard him talk so much about how that starchy white potato isn't good. But this is to inform us. It's not a hard, set in stone list. It's also not an exhaustive list. If it's a fruit or a vegetable or a seed or a nut, you can eat it. Okay? If it's nuts, eat it in moderation. If you're on a high level detox, an accelerated detox, stay with the fruits. I mean, it's just, this is what tomorrow's class is going to be all about. So don't you worry, I've got you covered there. Also going to be looking at the different levels of detoxification. Let me show you. And Dr. Morse says this all the time too. He always says, do not overthink this. Do not overthink this. You want to basically stick up here, all right? Yes, water fasting is up there, but you can't do that for an extended period of time, certainly not as a lifestyle. Mono juice, fruit smoothie, fruits and berries, right? What you want to stay away from is animal protein, fish, dairy, eggs, cheese, grains, refined processed starches, and sugars. Avoid all of these toxic foods. So, take everything. This list that I'm showing you is the list that is in Dr. Morse's book, right? And it is for our greater understanding so that we can really understand what are the alkaline forming foods and what are the acid forming foods. So don't freak out. If it's not on here, what I do is I always go and I Google stuff, right? Is such and such acid or alkaline? And it usually tells me. So I don't want this to be something that confuses you more, okay? Don't let this confuse you more than it needs to. It doesn't need to confuse you at all. So We got goats when I was 3 years old because I nearly died from an asthma attack, and Dad was told goat's milk is good for asthma. So we got the goats and would go through 4 liters of raw goat's milk a day between four of us. Never had another asthma attack until we left the farm when I was 16 and started drinking cow's milk. That's when my health plummeted and all the health problems started affecting me. Oh dear. Yeah. Yeah. We have to walk with an awareness. Dr. Morse also talks about keeping your diet extremely simple, eating bowls of fruit or fresh, lightly steamed vegetables. And I just heard him say, I don't understand why people have to make things so complicated and make all these gourmet meals and make all this stuff. And I'm like, because I like to eat food. And so do a lot of other people. But I get it. I can totally keep my diet totally simple, like that simple tomato slices with a little avocado or a little salad dressing and a little sprouts. That made me really happy. So, you know, keep things simple. I don't know something. If I don't know something, I ask Berns, but you're funny. What's considered leafy greens? Any lettuce, collards, um, anything that's green and leafy, I guess. Anything that's green and leafy. So yeah. Yes, lots of fun stuff coming up, you guys. Lots of fun stuff. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go sit with Dali for a bit, and then I'm gonna make this hummus for him. He wasn't really hungry. He's like, yeah, I'll let her do her live. I'm busting a move. I'm gonna go smoke a joint. So he's out in Glenda. I'm gonna go join him. It's going to be an amazing class. It's going to be really good. This was these cheat sheets, as it were, take a lot of time to do. I'm not going to lie. These menu cards and the list takes a lot of time to get down just for the graphic design aspect of it. But I love doing them, and I'm going to take a nice rest tonight. Yes, I will. I will enjoy the rest of my night. I have a few other a few more hours of work to do on this, but I think I'm going to wake up at 6 tomorrow and do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then it's going to be like, oh, amazing. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. You guys have a great night. And, I will see you again tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Bouncing with Berns. Come and join me for some bouncing if you're up, okay? Or watch it on the replay. All right, I'm out of here. I love you guys.